Could Sony be having a state of play in August? Maybe.
Possibly.
If Roberto Serrano is to be believed, this comes via a post on Reddit today that you told me about on the PSVR subreddit. This was posted by user Satva Meatball. Satva Meatball. He said, quote, "This guy leaked the exact date of the latest state of play. I hope so because I'm very interested in seeing..." I'm not going to read the rest of the quote. The person's interested in PSVR 2. But anyway, he posted this picture of Roberto Serrano saying that there's going to be a PlayStation event on August 12th of this year at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to have updates on the next God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and the next generation of PlayStation VR, and more.
Okay, so since I'm the one that brought this to the table, I want to preface by saying I don't necessarily believe this. Apparently, this guy has gotten a lot of things right, but also a lot of things wrong in his career. This Roberto, I can't even read his name. Serrano. And the thing that really gets me, Josh, is he basically took the state of play announcement from last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, and just flipped everything. So the time is exactly the same as it was the last time, so it looks a little more believable. But then updates on the next God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and the next generation of PSVR, that is a line from the previous state of play that said, this will not include updates on the latest God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and the next generation of PlayStation VR. Yeah. So it's very likely that this is not true. But kind of what I wanted to do here is, if it is true, if we are going to get another state of play in August, fucking phenomenal, number one, because you're doing it back to back. That's great.
Right.
But I wanted to kind of just discuss with you, what we might see. What do you think, or what do you think should be talked about at this event? What needs to be talked about?
Well, let me start with this. I think the August 12th date is an interesting date. Because if you remember, there's this whole Blue Box Studio stuff, which I know you want to talk about.
Never ends.
Abandoned. But August 12th, remember, was the initial release date for PT when it launched way back in the day.
Yep. So,
could we get an update on Blue Box Studios here, Brett?
That's quite possible.
And Abandoned.
That's quite possible. And I do want to touch on that now since you brought it up. Blue Box recently tweeted out, "We're excited to announce that the Abandoned Trailers app will be available to preload free of charge for all PS5 users on July 29th, with the introduction available on August 10th, followed by the first trailer later in August." So, if this is an actual Kojima thing, if this is a Konami thing, if this is just an indie game, whatever the case may be, it's finally happening. Things are going to be moving. So that's exciting. So it says that, the introduction is going to be available August 10th. Do we maybe get the first trailer, launching right now, a right now type of thing at the State of Play on August 12th? Possibly.
Could be. It just says later in August, doesn't say how much later. And those dates could theoretically...
Yes. Yep. And I do want to point out one more thing, just a little bit of information about this trailers app. Hassan Karaman, the head of Blue Box, said that the DualSense and 3D audio is going to play a part in this. So it's still very weird as to whatever the fuck this thing even is, or what's going to happen necessarily. My understanding, though, however, is that it's not necessarily a game, but there is a introduction, which you see, in the tweet, and the introduction acts as a tutorial, is what he said. And somehow the DualSense is involved. So I don't know if you're walking around an open environment, accessing trailers somehow. I don't know if it's an on-rails thing, or, Josh, perhaps you're just experiencing a trailer and your DualSense will make noises and rumble and do things while you're watching the movie or the trailer play.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
We have a video from a couple weeks ago about our full thoughts about this topic specifically, so make sure you check that out if you haven't. But I don't know, but I really want to know, and I better know soon. That's all I can say.
I'm with you. So what do you think we're gonna get?
Yeah, I think what we need to get is some information about this SSD slot expansion. I was listening to Last Stand Media, Sacred Symbols, which is Colin Moriarty's podcast, which I've been listening to a lot lately. And they talk specifically that there's still been no news or mention about this any expansion within the PS5 for this internal SSD, which if you remember, we did a video about a while ago where they said that there was going to be information about it coming this summer. And summer is moving right along, folks.
Almost
and
over.
There's still been no mention of it. And we need it because I don't care what people say. I'm tired of deleting games. PS5 games specifically. I want more storage. Please unlock this stupid effing bricked part of the console. And that's it. That's all else I want from this. I do want to see more God of War, but I don't care because I don't need to see any more of it. I do want to see more of Horizon, but I also don't care because I don't need to see any more of it. I'd like to know what Sony Bend is doing, but we're not going to get that. I doubt. I'd like to know what that other thing that Insomniac's doing. I'd also like to know where this multiplayer thing is from Naughty Dog. All of that stuff. Basically, everything we've been rumored or have heard rumblings of, I want to see it because it's time.
Yep. So. Yeah, we really need PlayStation to start delivering on some new announcements, get us hyped for something. Their games that they do have in the pipeline are coming closer and closer and closer despite delays. So they need to start getting us hype on something else. And I think the perfect...
Yeah, and we need... Go ahead.
I was going to say the perfect way to do that, announce the Blue Point acquisition. Here we go. Mm-hmm. We got Blue Point.
About that.
Not only... Because they still haven't announced that, right? It's only been leaked.
Right.
Not only, is Blue Point doing that, but Blue Point's also doing X. And that X could be a Bloodborne, 60 FPS version or whatever for PlayStation 5 and PC.
Right.
It could be...
Which I want.
The Metal Gear Solid remake rumor that everyone's talking about for years and years and years. I don't know if Blue Box is doing a Silent Hill game. I truly don't know. But they need to... Blue Box needs to show up and they need to drop something big because Demon Souls was fucking phenomenal. Shadow of the Colossus was fucking phenomenal. Even their fucking... I believe they did the Uncharted collection. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they did the Nathan Drake collection.
Yeah,
Blue Point did. Yeah,
that shit was fucking tight. Everything they do is good and great, and I just want to see them do something huge. And I think Metal Gear would be like a big one.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing, and I know I'm gonna get shit on it like I did last time, but wrap your head around this, Brett. We are now X amount of months into the life cycle of the PlayStation 5. Ratchet and Clank just came out. We do not know what the next PlayStation 5 exclusive is. God of War is not PlayStation 5 exclusive. Horizon Forbidden West is not PlayStation 5 exclusive. Two fucking dumb decisions, by the way, I might add. We don't know what the next PS5 exclusive is. What is it? What is the next big seller? Right? What is it? What are you doing? Herman Holst and Patrick Ryan, as I said before, I don't like you. I don't like you. I think you're terrible for this company, and as a fan, I hate you.
Yeah, you did get shit on pretty hard in the comments of our last video about the PlayStation State of Play. But you know what? I think you were justified. You were a little angry, but I think you were justified. People, everyone's, we can't get PS5s. We can't get PS5s. Maybe that's what they talk about. Maybe they're going to talk about how it's going to be easier to get a PS5. I don't fucking know. But truthfully, I don't think it's that hard to get a PS5. If you know who to go to, if you know where to look. I have family members that are like, where do I get a PS5? I'm like, yo, motherfucking Wario64 on Twitter, give him a follow, you'll fucking get one.
Dude.
Zoolert.
At this point, if you haven't gotten one, you're not trying hard enough. I know that's like coming from a point of view of somebody that has one, but like, if you truly wanted one, right? And I know there's other factors, people working and stuff like that, but if you really truly wanted one, you should have one by this point.
I agree. I tend to agree. And, if you truly, truly want one and you're the guy on Twitter that's like, PS5s when, and you make the comments like, nobody can get one. I feel like you truly don't want one. I feel like if you're that guy that's just bitching that you can't get one, I don't even think that you really care. Or you
could spend that energy and time that you're using bitching and getting one.
Exactly. Set up an alert on zoolert.com or whatever. Fucking get a text message when it goes in stock. I really don't. Josh, you even got a email to get a second one from PlayStation Direct. Like, this is like, it's getting absurd at this point. If like come on, if you can't get one, like, what are you fucking doing? Are you trying? And I don't want to sound insensitive here, but like, I got fucking 3 Xboxes pre-ordered, like during the heat of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like
we went through everything that anybody else experiencing now did, right?
Yeah.
If not more so, because there was more of that initial demand.
Exactly.
Right? And we did it.
We're like the old people.
We can do it. You can do it.
We're the old people that are like, you know, when back when I was your age, I walked uphill in a snowstorm, like being chased by lions. Like that's us right now. But like, it's true though. It's true. And this topic has truly devolved. But
yes,
I thought it would be important to, you know, talk about that too. So
anyway, State of Play may be coming, may not be coming. That's our thoughts. And if it does happen, we'll probably be live streaming it. So
absolutely. So.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Josh and Brett really need you too. I love them. So do it. It would be a shame if you missed more of their videos. Hit the notification bell too, so you know when there is a new upload.